Philadelphia Flyers presents the Stanley Cup Playoffs. Playoff action is brought to you by the F&M Schaefer Brewing Company. Come into the Schaefer Circle. You'll find a great beer every time. By McDonald's Family Restaurant, the winning team that does it all for you. By your Ford dealer, who reminds you that whatever your driving needs, your Ford dealer has it all under one roof. By Eastern Airlines. The people at Eastern have to earn their wings every day. And by PSFS, the Savers Bank, the bank that pays you more and gives you more. Now let's join color commentator Bobby Taylor and the voice of the Philadelphia Flyers, Gene Hart.
Vancouver swinging out of their own end, up on the left side. Pass hits Frazier, who comes with Gradine and Smeel. 2-on-1 on the right side. Gradine and Smeel. Back to Gradine, but he overskates. I place the right wing corner. Tries to center. It's in front. Lindgren back along with Steps. Vancouver on its fourth power play. They get Lever, but they go back to Steps. Shot from the blue line, wide of Robbie Moore. Dug out by Pittsburgh. Offensive left wing corner. He wants to come right out in front. He had a man outlets it. Now he comes out again. There's Lever. Score!
Four power plays, and finally Vancouver gets one home as Lever was all alone in the slot. Lawrence was behind him, and he took the pass and let it go. That Rick hit the goalpost and ricocheted in behind Robbie Moore, so Vancouver has tied it up on the power play. Don Lever getting that pass from the corner on a good feed by Pitt Martin. He let the shot go as Lawrence was trying to check him and gave Robbie Moore a little opportunity to get over to make the shot, or make the save, rather. So Lever will pick up his second goal from Pitt Martin and ties this hockey game.
Well, the Flyers have dominated the first 6 minutes. Then penalty after penalty, and they hurt themselves. And Vancouver finally, in their 10th opportunity, in 4 periods, was scored a power play goal, and it negated all the Flyers' opening charge. So the Flyers, in order to stay on top, have to stay even on the ice. On ice now they come. Charged up. Arlington through it center. Flyers are down the right wing board behind Moore. He sets it up. Tries to pass it away from Fennerbauer. Puts it away to Martin. They try to center, but it's dug out by the Flyers and rolled up along the near side by Dupont as he bumped by Fennerbauer. Now, opportunity. Throws a little tougher.
Stanley trying to get a stick away from Rick Blight, had it held on. Then he shoved at him to get away from him. As Blight had a good hold of the stick, which most forwards will do. They'll try and hang on to that stick, and it looks like the other player is hooking you, but they'll hang on to it. This time they shoved it away, and Brian Lewis's double minor. Daly and Rick Blight will go off.
Well, he's getting for slashing, so the Flyers now have to defend 3 skaters against 4 for a minute and 38 seconds. 4:37 left in this period, and what started off as a tremendous opening effort for the Flyers through the first 6 minutes has now turned into a horror show. Flyers have picked up 6 penalties, consecutive order, before that one against White evened it up 6-2, and they've been skating shorthanded continually through most of the last 2/3 of the period. Now Lever is dumped out as Clark with a face-off at the top of the Vancouver offensive right wing circle. Clark is out there with Barber and Jimmy Watson as the Flyers gambling with 2 forwards and 1 defenseman. Out there is Lever along with Fennerbauer and Kearns. Clark along the near side, gets it up along the left wing side and drills it to center ice. Steps and Kearns, who can really fire, get it up. Oh, they had Fennerbauer through the defense, but Clark just tipped the puck away from him. He follows it up behind the Flyer net along with Jimmy Watson. Barber tries to drill a tree. He avoids a check. Can't fight off 3 men. Vancouver back to the right point. Kearns will go right on in. Saved by Moore, and it's broken loose in front. And Bobby Clark just takes it and slides it down the ice, and Moore comes up big once again.
Oh, he's really been had to call on to make some excellent saves, especially with the Flyers being shorthanded so
Here
often.
comes Vancouver flying at center on the right side. Lever over the line, trailed by Kearns. Gradine breaks for the net. They have Steps on the far side. Right point to Kearns. Top right circle with Lever. He's holding. Straight away to Kearns. Winds up. Drive. Score!
Right through a screen. And you talk about holding. Thomas Gradine really had a hold of Jimmy Watson in front. Watson could not get his stick through. What you try to do when you're 2 men short, you're playing to 3 men. You try not to get tied up in front of the net. You try to stay loose. You try to get away and move around. That time, Gradine did an excellent job of tying up Jimmy Watson in front of the net. It also produced the screen, which Bobby Moore did not see, as Kearns fired right from dead on and beat Moore low to the ice. Now with the second power play, Vancouver's gone up 2-1.
Burns on the playoff season gets his first goal. We'll have to pick up the assist. Their first power play goal at 14-10, the second at 16-11. And again, it's turned into a horror show, a late Eastern horror show for the Flyers. As they'll go 5-a-side out there now. We just kept saying it, Bobby, sooner or later. On their 10th power play, they scored. On their 11th power play, they scored in just 77 minutes of play. Now they'll go 5-a-side as White is still out with Daly for another minute and 9 seconds. So the Flyers are trailing 2-1. Up along the far side. Kit Martin goes it back to the left point. Winding up with Mano. No shot to Martin. Tries to go back to Mano. He's tied up by Linston. The Flyers say not get it out. Martin open on the left. He's going right on in on Moore. Beautiful poke. Robbie Moore now. Face off to the right of Bromley. 2-1 Vancouver. Back to Daly. No shot. Goes right side to Barber. He's got a drive outside of the net. Saved by Bromley as Clark along the far boards. Gets it back to Barber at the right point. Cuts to the middle of the ice. Right circle pass to Leach. In. Score! Gators tied on a score by Reggie Leach.
Excellent shot by Leach, and the Flyers coming right back and tying this hockey game on the power play. So we've had 3 power play goals in this first period already. Good play by Barber, but again, a fine play by Clark to take away some of the concentration by Gary Bromley, and Reggie Leach's low shot just caught inside about 6 inches inside the far post and right on the ice. Bromley had very little that he could do about it. He tried to cover as much of the net, but could not as Leach just overpowered him. 2-2 the hockey game.
Well, Barber will get 1 assist at 18:39. Power play goals for Vancouver at 14:10 and 16:11. Flyer power play goal by Leach at 18:39. So after all that huffing and puffing through 18 and some change, we're tied at 2. We're tied just the way we began the game. Clark out there still with Leach and McLeish, LaPointe with DuPont back at the Philadelphia line. That's only the second power play goal of the season in 5 games for the Flyers against Vancouver. Now steps out of his own zone, tries to lift it past DuPont, who bounces a shot in through a screen. Bromley wails it behind for Mano and up the slot to White and Settlebauer, who bounces it in from center ice to the left of Robbie Moore as we're in the last minute of play. Leach up along his own right wing, looks for center ice and hits McLeish, taps to Clark. Clark looks for Leach over the line on the far side. Dive over the top of the net to the near board. McLeish has it, goes back behind the net to Leach. Can't handle it, and it rolls to the Vancouver defensive left wing board, where Snepp looks to center ice, puts it right on LaPointe's stick, tapped away to the near boards to McLeish, and he lifts it down into the Vancouver zone behind Bromley. Bromley to Mano out of the Vancouver right wing corner, up through at center ice, pass taken off by Bob Kelly. Boom! He's challenged by Mano, knocks him down, rolls it offensive left wing corner with Snepp. Nice move out of that near corner away from Kelly. Rick Blight rolls it around to the far side looking for Settlebauer. He's challenged by Tom Lawrence, gets behind the net to Kelly. Slips past him. Now Brinkman on the near side is pulled down, is out along the near boards with 10 seconds left in the period. Rick Blight with Gerdine. Shoots from center ice, way wide of the net. To the far side where Gerdine looks to throw it behind the Settlebauer. Right out in front, time for a shot. Turns, it goes right in front to the goal now far side as the period ends. And a hair-raising, exciting, bizarre, angry period for Philadelphia. But they gain back that equilibrium and score late to tie at the end of the first period. The Philadelphia Flyers 2, the Vancouver Canucks 2. And we'll be back with our intermission activities after this. I didn't see who hit him, but he was jolted, and his head bent over at the bench along the near side. Vancouver had the puck in, tried to hit Settlebauer in the slot, but it's McLeish from his own left wing corner shooting it back to the Vancouver line. Snaps back there. Circles off to his left, works it past Clark, and on the left side, out comes Vancouver at center ice. A pass from Grisdale through, breaking for the net. They've got Gerdine, and Robbie Moore just beat him to the puck on a clever heads-up play. He saw him at the last second and got in way. Now an outlet pass is blocked by DeGreen from Rick LaPointe. Kick to the blue line. Flyers try to get it out, and up ice on the near side as we had a player, Frazier, break his stick on Clark as he was knocked down, and team changing on the go, as this appears to be in the makings of the old Toronto Flyers playoff series. Now Snepp whips it away in front. Points, he shot! He scores! Isaac Blake Dunlop.
Tommy Gore is moving right in the slot area, Gene, as Vancouver Canucks have really tried to come up through the middle like they did so successfully on Tuesday evening, and they're shooting that puck blindly. Snepp just picked up the puck and fired it away. He was way off the target on the pass. Gore's just moved right in and picked it off, and it beats Bromley cleanly. And the Flyers have regained the lead 3-2, and again they score in the early moments of the period.
Gorin scored at 1:47 of the first and now at 1:12 of the second. His first 2-goal game since February 15th against Boston. And, of course, this is a whole new ball. Flyers lead for the second time. Dump it down behind the Vancouver net. Kelly's there. Tries to come out in front for a stopper. Poked back to the point. Jimmy Watson in a drive wide. The Kelly tried to kick it from the left. He just ran from behind, pulled down, trying to get it out of this near corner, and failing to do so.
In the spring of 19...
Bob Daly, a shot on the net. Bromley kicks off to the far side. Right, and there's a 2-on-1 on the air. Gordine with Fraser. Fraser into Gordine all alone. Scores.
Vancouver come right back very quickly as Jimmy Watson had penetrated deep in the Vancouver zone. 2-on-1 was set up. Fraser did an excellent job of stopping and holding up as Daly went shooting past as he got back quickly. But he fed the puck to Gradine, who had all the time in the world to come in and deke Robbie Moore and tie this hockey game again. Gradine from Fraser. Fraser making the play all the way.
Gradine's second goal of the playoffs coming just 36 seconds after the Flyers had taken the lead.
Daly got back very quickly, but he got back too quickly. He overskated Fraser, who put on the brakes, calmly fit it over to Gradine for the score.
Right, Frank Bathe out there with LaPointe. As this looks like it's going to be a fairly well shootout. We're glad you're with us at the late hour. Quarter after 12 in the East. And now Lever gets the puck.
Hit Martin right in front of Settlebauer. Oh, Bailey blocks the shot and Settlebauer on the rebound. Hart in front. Great save. As Moore was tested 3 consecutive times, and we're going to get a penalty against the Flyers' Dupont.
Get much wood on it. Barber out again with Holmgren. Back to the point. Shot! And didn't get much on it. And right from the top of the left wing circle, Bromley, Barber, Leach, and Daly against Lever, Sneps, and Lindgren. They have a 4-skater system.
2 nights later in Vancouver.
Seconds as Barber up through and over the line. They want to get into the zone on this kind of situation and set up to Daly. Daly chased to the blue line far side by Smith.
The Flyers avoided an early elimination. Dennis Kern scored once for the Canucks. Tom Gorin popped in a pair for Philly.
As it was Lever. And the Flyers have lost half of that 4-skaters to free edge. They had it set up well, and then a sloppy pass, and they lost the chance as Barber will try to get into the zone again. Right side to Leach. Leach over the line, drops to Barber. Barber back to Leach in the slot. Challenge has to throw it off the far side, and all Odlinson does is ice it, and now each team gets a man back. So the Flyers did very little with that, but they now have the power play for 1:15. As up on the near side, Bob Kelly is out there, plays through and into the Vancouver zone. Runs right into Smith, but it's cut off. As it's wound by Odlinson right through his own goal now. Tomano in front to Daly, breaks the stick. To Leach, shot off the right shoulder of Bromley as Clark is knocked down. Back to Leach again, shot. That one hit Clark, I believe, off the left shoulder. Mano without his stick on the far side. Puck behind the Vancouver net, out of that corner. Bob Kelly is tied up by Mano. Clark digs it out. Looks for Barber in front. It's blocked off the side of the net as he couldn't get it out. We've seen limited duty relay tonight due to all the penalties. And Holmgren on the right, McLeish on the left. And it's Lever out with Odlinson. As McLeish, who scored 20 goals for the 7th consecutive season, had a chance here in the second but hit the post. Still Sneps out there as the other defenseman. Face off to the right of Bromley. 45 seconds left on the Flyers' power play. Puck goes back to Jimmy Watson at the point. Closing in. Drive! That was wide of the left. Back to LaPointe. Drives it in alongside the goal to Holmgren. He's bumped off. Sneps clears. Back to the point. Kept in by LaPointe. Toward the net. There was McLeish. Couldn't handle it. To the left wing boards where Lintzman has it. Lintzman going into the circle. Tries to hit McLeish out in front. Vancouver gives it away back to Jimmy Watson at the point. To McLeish along the left circle. He's in at that angle right through the goal now. As the puck was knocked to Rick LaPointe on the near side. He's double teamed. Vancouver sits on the puck. They sit on a man. And Holmgren knocks it offensive right wing corner along with Smith. Behind the net, McLeish digs it out. Right out in front. So Lintzman is shot as wide and blocked. As Vancouver shuts it up. And here we got a 2-on-1. Lever with Odlinson. Just LaPointe back. Lever in. Drive. Hit the post to the right side of Robbie Moore. But penalty is over. Back comes Lintzman. Over the line, up the middle. To the far side. He's knocked down by Tudor, who's coming behind the net. It's rolled up on the near side. Fraser tries to come out to Daly. He has no shot. Dumps it behind the net. As Bridgman has lost both gloves and goes off with Gradine coming right up the middle. Chased by Kelly on the far wing. Cut off is Rick Light as the puck is kicked back to the Vancouver line, but played up by Fraser, slips it into the zone, knocked down by Frank Bathe, but kept in by Vancouver. Vancouver, and then lost to Bob Clark of the Flyers along his own defensive left wing side. Through to Daly at center ice as he takes down Blight and has the puck dumped into the zone as the period ends. As we ended the first period tied, each team adding a goal to score. Philadelphia 3, Vancouver 3. We'll be back with our intermission activities after this.
Crazy George is really working this crowd up to a fever pitch here in this final 20 minutes as he's got every section just yelling and screaming, and he's doing one kind of a job here on the normally pacified Vancouver hockey fan.
McLeish, defensive on the near side with Hill and Leach and Clark. Puck up through to Hill, fires it from center ice into the far corner of the Vancouver zone. Leach in there, giving it away to Clark, but it's poked away from him behind the Vancouver net. And an outlet pass smartly at center ice is taken through on the near side by Kurt Frazier. Crisscrosses into the Philadelphia zone, goes Gradine, loses the puck, and it's cleared by Jimmy Watson to Hill and up on the near side to Barber. He's bumped the puck into the far corner. Holmgren has it. Hit hard in there, taken down by the Vancouver defenseman, breaks up the play, triple teamed, Lever in there, along with McIllargy, along with Grisdale. They roll it up on the near side. Kozak tries to take a run at DuPont, goes behind the Vancouver net again. In the offensive left wing corner for the Flyers, Holmgren screened off from Lever in front. Tries to Lynchman, couldn't get the shot. Off to Holmgren, still in front, but too much jam up, and finally Vancouver controls an outlet pass on the near side to Lever. Lever up through at center ice for Vancouver. Gets past his man and circles back as he had nowhere to go and try again, lifting it from center ice down behind the Philadelphia goal line. Kozak in after DuPont. Back pass loosely here. Kozak digs it out. Tries to center, blocked by played into center ice by Bob Kelly. Back at the Vancouver line. Mono is bumped, but Pitt Martin takes it away. Loose in the neutral zone. Pokes back into the Vancouver zone, but Martin's there quickly to give it into center ice. Hits Goranson the stick and played into the zone by Kelly.
In the spring of 1979, Vancouver took on Game 1 at the Spectrum. Steele's goal. 3-2. 2 nights later in Vancouver, the Flyers avoided an early elimination. Dennis Kern scored once for the Canucks.
Off the glass behind Moore.
Tom Goran.
And he dumps it behind in the carom to DuPont.
Popped in a pair for Philly, forcing a third and deciding game back at the Spectrum. So much for pulling off the ends for the Canucks. Tom Goran popped it first. Vancouver.
Chased by Leach, gets it on the near side.
Flyers avoided.
Front to Leach on a steal. No shot, now drives, but waited too long and it was blocked into the neutral zone by Kern. Tried for a little fine shot and has it go back into the zone off the skate. Hooked from behind by Frazier. Rolls it around to the near corner to McLeish. Looks for Clark in front. Goes left wing corner to Leach. Leach fires it off the side of the net. Gets it back on the near side from Clark, but it's poked away to McLeish on the near side. Gets it back to DuPont at the point. There's a shot. Wide, and he had the open corner. Daly a drive. That was wide to the near side. Bromley was screened, and out comes Gradine. Here's that trouble pass with Frazier over the line. Stops at the point. Looks to drive. Right wing corner to Frazier. Breaking for the net is Blake. But the pass is lifted off Daly's stick on the deflection into center zone. Why that drive from the near point? Bromley didn't see it, and the far side of the net was open, but it was missed. As Kozak now threw at the Flyer line, almost had his man, Gradine, broken up by Jimmy Watson and rolled into the Vancouver zone. Gradine comes back along the far side against Holmgren. Loses it to Lynchman. Going in on the breakaway, gets snapped. Right on in. Goes to shoot. Score!
I'll tell you, he lost the puck. He went to try to beat Gary Bromley. He lost the puck, and it slid right under Bromley as he was trying to spread his legs and cover all the bottom of the net that he could. And there was enough spunk on the shot or the misplay or whatever you want to call it, but it was enough to go over the goal line, and the Flyers have taken the lead.
Well, it's 20 minutes of 2 back east. Did I wake you up with that one?
Kenny Lynchman on a giveaway. The Vancouver Canucks was caught on a line change. And Snett coming way across diving. Lynchman held up on him, and just as he got back, Kozak got back to hook the puck away. That's what foiled Bromley. And that's when Lynchman lost the puck, but had enough to slide over the line.
6:24 left in regulation, and you can be sure Vancouver will come firing. Now LaPointe up at center. Fires it off the far boards, down behind the Vancouver net. It looks like time is just running fiercely against Vancouver for the Flyers. The clock looks like it's stuck in molasses. Puck in the neutral zone as they have Lynchman out there along with Barber and Holmgren. LaPointe, as Lynchman goes off, Bridgman comes on. Vancouver lifting it to the center all the way down the ice. As Lever is bumped, the puck rolls in on Robbie Moore. Steers off to his right to LaPointe and up through off Holmgren's stick all the way down the ice. And John D'Amico says no icing as the puck goes to the Vancouver near corner. Laid up to Kozak, past Barber. And Kozak's pass into center ice is taken and rolled loosely into the neutral zone. Hooked away, and almost dangerously so for the Flyers, as there was a 3-on-1. As back comes Barber for Philadelphia. Up the middle, over the line. Throw to Gorance behind the net as he tried for number 3. Tied up in his offensive right wing corner by Snaps. In there is Lever along with Bridgman, but Gassoff comes out with a puck for Los Angeles. For Vancouver, as the Flyers Bob Kelly shoots it back into the zone. 5:15 left in regulation time. Flyers lead 4-3. Pass up through at center ice. Here comes Don Lever. Lever shoots over the glass behind Robbie Moore. Steers it into the far side. Has to play up nicely by DuPont, who was tied up by Odlison through to Bridgman at center, looking for Kelly. Off Kelly skate into the Vancouver zone along the deep far side. But Lindgren takes it for Vancouver up along his own left wing. Up through at center ice, coming for the Canucks. Turns, bounces one into the right of Moore, who steers it off to that far corner. Daly tries the back pass, gets it on the carom, tries again up the slot to Bridgman, who has a man open on the near side. Gorance, who can fly, going in on the near side, but he was cut off. Short side shot blocked by Bromley. As Gorance could have been able to cut him, was driven off to the side. As out comes Settlebauer, who can fly, 40-goal scorer, through into the zone. Left wing pass, Settlebauer for the net. It was deflected in and out as he was tied up by Bridgman. Now on the far side. LaPointe taken off the play. It goes back to Steps. The shot from the blue line deflected to the near board by Philadelphia. And McLeish lifts it into center ice. 4:08 left in regulation play. 4-3 Philadelphia. They lift one again into the right of Moore behind the Flyer net. Dug out by Jimmy Watson. Clears into that far corner. Vancouver's going to get a play, but he winds it around to the near side. McLeish will have to go deep in along his own right wing and then takes it behind the net. Chased in there by Gradine. Drop passes to Jimmy Watson up on the near side. It skips past Clark and dumped into center ice as Mano had it go off an angle of his backhand. Puck into the neutral zone. Skips past Settlebauer. Over the line to Leach. Right circle, wind up and drive. And Bromley covers it and drives off to his right. As into his own corner. Mano gets it up ice. Vancouver coming out at center. They've got a 3-on-3. Right up the middle. Fraser tries to go in. It's kept in by Blight along the far side. Tries to go back to the point. Taken off by the Flyers. Lost again to the point. Mano with a shot. Score off the skate.
Had a chance to get the puck out. They didn't get enough mustard on it, and it was kept in by Mano, who got a good shot off from the point. It was going to miss the net by a good 4 or 5 feet, but he hit his skate in front. A Carone pass, Robbie Moore, and this game's tied again. It looked like the Flyers really had complete control of it as Vancouver could not do anything. The Flyers were checking very well. Then a bad clearance pass enabled Mano to pick up the puck. Mr. Point tried to slap it away. Good shot. And it hit the skate in front. DuPont was there. And the Vancouver Canucks, I believe, was Gradine, who was also in front. But the play from Mano, a good shot. Missing the net, though. But kept it in. Gradine and DuPont fighting in front. It hit one of their skates. And this game tied again.
16:40 the time of the goal. And I think it'll be Gradine from Mano. And for Gradine, it would give him his 3rd goal of the series. And the Flyers' lead lasted just 2 minutes. Make that 3 minutes and 4 seconds. And again, you knew Vancouver, as they had all night, behind 1-0 in the first period, tied and went ahead. Behind by 1 in the second, tied. Behind 1 in the third and tied. 3:20 left in regulation. Tied at 4. We'll be back after this.
That goal has been credited to Thomas Gradine from Bob Mano and Rick Blight. 16:40, Gradine's 3rd. This game's tied.
Well, you got to hand it to Vancouver. They were 100-to-1 choice, and they're hanging on to the Flyers. 4-4 with less than 4 minutes remaining in the game. Bob Daly up on the near side. At the red line, tries to roll it through. Does, dumps it towards the net, but it's cleared to the near corner and taken by Martin. Lifted off the glass to his own left wing corner to Dennis Kearns. 3 minutes left in regulation play as up ice comes Odlison. Through on the far side, puck taken off by the Flyers and drilled up on the far side, but taken off and fired back in the Flyers zone by Dennis Kearns. Wound by Andre DuPont around the near side to Bill Barber, and Barber just clears it to center ice. Back to the Vancouver line. Lindgren puts on pressure. Vancouver gives it away to DuPont in his own end. Up on the far side to Holmgren. Holmgren through on the near side to Lynchman. Going in. Drive! Bromley with a marvelous save and a cover-up on the rebound from that blistering shot from the left circle. That is a game saver with 2:31 left in regulation play. 4-4 the score. We'll be back after this. LaPointe and Jimmy Watson back. And it is the face-off won by Vancouver. Mano off the gas off and through by Lever, but not out as it's dumped behind the net from Gorence. Wound around to the near side. Kozak has it. Looks for an outlet pass through to Lever at center ice. Fires it from there in on Robbie Moore, who sets it up and plays off on the near side to LaPointe. LaPointe an outlet pass through everyone into center ice where it's grabbed by Vancouver's Snap. Comes up over center on the left wing, fires it through. Robbie Moore behind the net to the near side. Kelly tries to go behind. He's tied up, follows it up again, given away to Gassoff. Gassoff looks to center, and it went right through Lever to the near side. Kozak goes behind the net. Gassoff tries to center. He's got Lever in front again, but it's poked away by Bridgman. About Kelly and up through to Gorence at center ice for the Flyers. At the Vancouver line. Wants to get inside steps. Tries once, tries twice. Goes behind the net. Kelly has his stick tied up. And Mano comes out with a puck. Outlet pass stolen by Daly. Up toward the net. Kelly tipped it wide as he's drilled down in front by the Vancouver defenseman. And it's rolled after all that delay by Bromley up the near side. 1:32 left in regulation play. Tied at 4. We'll have a delay offside whistle unless Vancouver gets out, and they do on the near side to Gradine.